Today is 20th of April and my seeds have graduated. I have learned quite a few things. My salad is very long and skinny. I have kept it in this container for way too long. I should have transplanted it sooner or sown it in its final pot. For the spinach, as you can see, tragic. I have learned it's way too warm for them, so that's why they flowered. So now I will be planting them in their final spot outside. I'm kind of scared because it can get very cold very quickly here in Denmark, and a few nights ago it snowed for whatever reason. So if I had my plants outside, they would be dead now. Other updates, my radishes are doing fine. I thinned them out a bit. The surprise cucumber that sprouted next to my tomato is getting quite long, so I need to repot that and all my other tomatoes so they don't compete with each other. My peas are doing excellent. For the beetroots, I'm gonna thin them out because they're way too many, and I'm gonna move them to their final pot because they are root vegetables and they do not like being moved. So the plan for today: plant lettuce, move the cucumbers and the tomatoes in a bigger pot, plant spinach outside and ditch this one because it looks, move the beetroot, and plant more radishes. That's the plan now. And I'm scared because I'm gonna put them outside for the first time and I don't know how they will behave. I mean, I'll better say how the weather will behave. Okay, so now I have to go get the pots, seeds, and soil in the tarp because I have to protect my floor. And I think that's it. Let's go. Okay, I think first I'm going to transplant my tomatoes. I have 7 of them, so I think these 7. This one's kind of small, but for the final pots, I have 4, and I'm basing them on these 4. I think this one is the healthiest, but funnily enough, this is the one that broke. Something fell on it when it was kind of small, and it got broken here a bit, but now it's very sturdy compared to these other ones. They smell amazing. This is soil and this is cow manure. For my tomatoes, I'm gonna do a mix of them. Okay, now for the healthiest one. I'm gonna make like a hole. Roots are okay. It was not that root bound. And place it deeper and put the soil close to these 2 leaves. I think this is good for it. Next, the second healthiest. These were 2 in 1, and these are bigger than this one that was alone. I'm gonna plant here this one, the bigger one. I'm scared because they are super close together. I don't know how rough I can be with them. I don't like it. I hear cracking. Okay, I think this is good. You stay here for now. Should I rip these smaller ones so I can bury it deeper? I'm gonna do it. I'm doing this so there are no air gaps around the root. I think I could have buried deeper closer to the stem, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. This one I'm gonna put it in a smaller pot. Now on the last big pot, I think I'm gonna plant this one that was alone. It has some spots on the leaves. Maybe it's because of the sun. See, it has some spots here. What is this? What? There's something growing here. I'm gonna massage it a bit. I don't really know what to do with this cucumber, but I think I'm gonna put it in a slightly bigger pot, see how he's doing, and then maybe transplant it directly outside. I don't know if for cucumbers I can plant them higher, like tomatoes. The environment was not good for him. He was with a tomato, but again, he was not planned. He grew kind of long and thin, but maybe with his own space. Okay, next is the salad. This is all the salad I had before. I'm gonna chop this all off and make a salad with it because I cannot transplant these outside because I want a big head of salad. And I'm gonna reuse this to plant my radish. So this is going aside, and I have 3 pots for them. I will plant like I think 3 seeds in each just for them to germinate. Then I'm gonna thin them out. Let's see. It doesn't say how deep. I'm gonna plant them kind of deep because these ones, the base is not that sturdy, so I think they should have been planted deeper. See how beautiful? 3. Okay, 9 seeds planted. For now, I'm gonna move them to the side. That's nice. I have a handful of salad, like baby salad. I'm gonna make lunch out of this. And this one, I'm gonna prepare it for radishes, but a bit later. Now beetroot. They're kind of long. I do not know what to do about that. Maybe plant them deeper, but I have 3 for them as well. I want to plant the biggest, most developed ones. I have this leftover soil from 2 to 3 years ago because I think beets don't need that much compost in their soil because then they will grow big leaves and not that big of a root. Let's fill this up. I do not know if beets are good with transplanting, but we'll find out. This is how we learn, right? I do not know how to go about this. I like these 2. Can I just... Why are they so floppy? Should they be like this? I'm curious to see how this will go for them. And this one's big. I like this one. I have quite a few to choose from. I cannot plant them from here because they're super floppy then, right? Okay, this one's a bit straighter. This, I think I'm gonna cut and put them in a salad like this because I don't know if I can do anything else with them. This is my spinach. This spinach also has a cucumber plant, of course. Why not? I think I'm gonna plant it in its own pot. This may be a bit small, but I don't have anything else. This spinach, I don't think I can do anything with it. There are some leaves here. Let me see how this tastes. But I don't think I can do anything with them. So all of this I'm gonna cut and throw away, I think. And these ones I'm gonna use to plant radish. But now let's transplant this cucumber. This is the other cucumber. Look at these cucumber's roots. They are so big. They're growing so fast. This I think I'm gonna throw away. This is what I'm gonna use for spinach. In this bucket I have old soil that I've used before and it just stayed here over the winter. I had all my cuttings in it to decompose. Some of them didn't. I don't know how good this soil will be. That's why I'm using it to fill this up. And on top I'm gonna use the soil that I've never finished that's still in the bag. What? Why is it so wet? Two, 3 centimeters deep. Four, and I'm gonna do 4 rows, I think. I'm gonna put 3 in each. As you probably figured out by now, I do not know what I'm doing, so don't take anything from this video as a tutorial. Can these beet sprouts be considered microgreens? I love the colors on them. I cleaned the yogurt container so I can cut it, make some holes at the bottom, and use it as a pot for some of my radishes. I think I'm gonna make it this dip. My line is not straight. Well, 2 radishes can grow in here. I think those are enough holes. And the lid is gonna be the tray for it. I'm gonna put 2 in each tray and 3 in each hole. And this one I'm gonna just put 3 in the middle. I forgot how fun they looked. And this is gonna be their final spot because I know they do not like to be moved, like all root vegetables. Now I just have the spinach to put outside, as well as the radish. I don't know if the cucumbers and the tomatoes, should I just put them outside in the daytime, and in the nighttime I'm gonna put them in because it's still cold outside. The salad as well. I think it's a cold season vegetable, so I think I can let it outside. I do have a small greenhouse I can put on top of them. The spinach, I'm gonna let it sit in a sunny spot until it sprouts, and then I'm gonna move it to a more shaded place because now I know they don't like that much heat because they started flowering inside. Now, let's move them. Okay, so this is my balcony. I do not know where to start, so I'm gonna start by getting everything out, and then I'm gonna see from there. I found this greenhouse outside, so I think I'm gonna put it up there to have a warmer environment for my tomatoes. Yeah, trying to come with a sprinkler outside, I just waterboarded my bed. I'm just gonna give them a good drink. Look at this. This soil is... wow. I'm just gonna leave them here for a bit to soak up some water, and then I'm gonna put them in their place. I forgot the spinach. This soil is taking a bit to soak up the water, just as the beetroot one. I know there are a lot of challenges in gardening, but one of my biggest challenge right now is space, of course, because it's a small space. But the bigger one is I have neighbors downstairs, and if I'm using too much water, it will drip on them and on their stuff down below, and I need to be mindful of that. I came out with a plan to water only at night, like 9-10 p.m. last year, and I learned this the hard way because I didn't think about it. I thought the balcony is made to have water on it because it's Denmark and it rains a lot. But last year I was watering my plants and I heard someone shouting from below, and then I looked over and it was him trying to tell me something, but he didn't know English, and he was gesturing stop the water because it's dripping on our stuff. And then she came and she was very mad. But yeah, that's how I learned that I cannot water as I would like. So that's why I'm using a lot of trays, and I think I'm gonna get a bucket here and leave it on the balcony, so the excess water from the trays I'm gonna dump it in that one, because I'm not gonna get the trays inside in my shower and drain them there because there's my bed in the way, and I've already wetted today with my sprinkler. So I think the plan is for tomatoes I'm gonna leave them outside during the day if it's sunny and nice like today is, and move them inside at night, because at night I think there are 5 degrees or something like that. And I think they need 12 degrees, so it's not their season yet. As for the beetroot and the lettuce and the radishes, I think they can stay outside all the time. And the spinach, yeah. I think they can stay outside all the time because they are cooler weather vegetables. I do have that greenhouse behind me for warmth in case of cooler temperatures. I think they soaked up enough water, so I'm gonna go find a place for all of them. Okay, so I got this here, which I also found. I'm gonna place the beetroot here because I know they don't need that much sun. Same with the lettuce. Tomatoes up top because I'm gonna need to move them inside at night. And I'm gonna put these cucumbers up here as well because they need a lot of sun. We're good on this. And now here I'm gonna have the radishes. This here is gonna be the watering spot. Alright, that's it for today. So it's nice to get things in the soil. But now there's nothing else left to do, just wait.